Hi, VencoreWeather.com. Meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, October 1st. A complicated weather pattern unfolding for the Mid-Atlantic region. It looks as if significant rainfall with long-lasting, strong onshore winds will occur from the latter part of today into Saturday from an initial setup that will include a cold frontal system, a nor'easter-like of low-pressure area, and strong high pressure to the north. Beyond that, there is still the possibility of an impact from Hurricane Joaquin in the Sunday, Monday, perhaps even Tuesday time frame. However, there is a definite chance that Joaquin stays out to sea. Even if that were to happen, that Joaquin stays out to sea, we have this initial system that will produce some heavy rainfall and strong onshore winds in the Thursday to Saturday time period. Let's take a look at the latest visible satellite image from the Penn State EWAL site. Here we go. Hurricane Joaquin strengthened a little bit more overnight into what is now a major hurricane, Category 3, sustained winds at 120 miles per hour. It is in a rather favorable environment for perhaps some further intensification, meaning little or no wind shear over warmer than normal western Atlantic Ocean waters for this time of the year. It has been meandering slowly to the southwest and west, right into the central Bahamas. Deep upper level trough will soon set up here in the southeastern U.S., and that'll begin to turn to influence this system. It'll turn to the north, and then whether or not it turns into the mid-Atlantic coast or out to sea is still uncertain. If there was any shift in the computer forecast models in the overnight runs, it now favors perhaps more of an out-to-sea solution. So again, even if Joaquin were to stay out to sea, we would still experience some heavy rainfall and a long period of strong onshore northeast winds from later today right into Saturday. Well, this is the very latest hurricane track from the NOAA Hurricane Center, and it's quite ominous, but very likely will change from this. In fact, it shifted somewhat to the east from yesterday. Again, Hurricane Joaquin, a Category 3 down over the Bahamas right now, will start to turn to the north over the next couple of days as upper level low in the 500 millibar area sets up in the southeastern U.S. Then there are still some possibilities of it turning or skirting the coast, perhaps even making landfall, but also possibilities that it just turns out to sea. Again, if there was any shift in the overall computer forecast model information overnight, it was more of an out-to-sea situation. That being said, we'll have some heavy rain and strong winds to deal with from later today into Saturday. If Joaquin were to make landfall or skirt the mid-Atlantic coastline, it would be in the period Sunday, Monday, perhaps even into Tuesday. Well, here's an interesting map put out by the University of Albany Weather Department of all the models, many models out there now, and the storm track. These are from the 0Z model runs. Just wanted to point out this one little outlier right here. Well, that's the European model, which has tended to be quite a good model with respect to hurricane forecasting. Many of the other models, the U.S. models, and some specifically designed for hurricane forecasting, still push Joaquin towards the northwest at some point into the Carolinas or perhaps Virginia. Some even have it kind of looping around and then riding right up I-95. But again, this is the European model forecast, an out-to-sea solution, certainly a viable solution. Again, the European model has had a pretty good handle in the past several years on hurricanes, so we do not want to discount this. The out-to-sea solution certainly remains as a strong possibility here. Well, let's show some forecast maps from last night's 0Z GFS model run, and then we'll look at the 0Z European model run. Again, big differences between the NOAA GFS model and the European model. The European model has an out-to-sea solution. The GFS, at least last night, had still a threat along the Mid-Atlantic coastline. This is the 500 millibar forecast map for Friday evening. And then we'll look at 24-hour increments. Here's a deep upper level low, unusual for this time of the year, but it's playing a major role. And here is a reflection of Joaquin at the surface. Again, hurricane that is now a Category 3 hurricane. Again, a deep upper level low will tend to influence the track of Joaquin and pull it to the north at some point in time in the near future, perhaps in about 48 hours or so. That'll start turning to the north, approaching the U.S. Coastline. But then GFS model still has it going right into the mid-Atlantic coastline, but we'll see in a moment the European model has the out-to-sea solution, which is quite viable. This is the 48-hour forecast. Let's now go out another 24 hours. And here we go, come Saturday evening, that deep upper level low still situated way down in the deep south. Here comes Joaquin starting to make a northward push. Let's now jump out another 24 hours here. And here we go, the GFS model starts to turn this ominously towards the mid-Atlantic coastline. This is the forecast for Sunday evening. A slow-moving tropical system here. All of this being influenced by very strong high pressure up across the southeastern part of Canada. Finally, let's go out another 24 hours. And again, last night's 0Z GFS model run has a landfall right around the New Jersey, New York area, Long Island area come Monday evening. That is one solution. Now let's take a look at the European model. Well, we'll start at the same time frame Friday night and then look at 24-hour increments. This is the European model forecast run from last night. Similar situation with the GFS in that it has a deep upper level low in the southeast U.S. There's Joaquin over the Bahamas. Let's now jump ahead another 24 hours. Starting to rotate around, a little bit more of a distance between the upper level low and Joaquin as compared to the GFS model run, another 24 hours. And here's a big difference in this time frame. This is Sunday evening. Deep upper level low, still situated about the same area, but starting to pull away from the coast as far as Joaquin is concerned. Let's go out another 24 hours. And again, Joaquin staying offshore, the deep upper level low, moving a little bit farther to the east. And that's the big difference with the GFS. The farther east this upper level low goes in this time period, the farther east likely Joaquin will end up. Let's now go out another 24 hours. And there you go. The upper level low pushes off the southeast coast, and that in turn pushes Joaquin out to sea. So certainly there will be some heavy rain and a long-lasting period of strong onshore flow of air from the initial setup of strong high pressure to the north, a cold front along the coast, and a nor'easter-like low-pressure area. Again, from later today into Saturday, flooding is a possibility. Then we would watch for the ultimate track of Joaquin. If that were to, in fact, impact the Mid-Atlantic region, it would be in the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday time frame. But an out-to-sea solution is still a possibility. Stay tuned to VencoreWeather.com for updates later today. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.